Let's take a look at other interesting things you can track with Google Analytics for Unity. But before we do so, I want to tell you that with what you've already seen, that's totally enough to track anything in the app. Using log screens and events, you can pretty much do anything you'd like already. However, Google decided to go the extra mile for people that want to go extra granular when it comes to data and data mining and analyzing. So let's take a look at some of these. First of all, sometimes you may have bugs or code exceptions, and you can definitely send them to your Google Analytics dashboard. How do you do that? You just have to use the log exception that takes a string which describes what type of exception of what type of bug and if it's fatal or not. What do we mean by fatal or not? If the app crashes or not. If that's going to make the app crash, then you put true. And that's what I have in the example here. We have Google Analytics dot log exception, and the string out of memory describes what type of exception, so that's a memory leak probably. And then is it fatal? Yes, because it's going to crash with an out of memory error, so it's true. Next, you can also track the user interaction time. Now you can definitely do that with events by doing it custom yourself, but Google Analytics already come with the log timing method, where you put the timing category, the timing interval, so how long something happened to be for, and the timing name and the timing label. Now, an example here, and that's a Unity example on how to use that, you would create the current time at the beginning of your level. So in your start of the level, you would do current time is equal to datetime.now. So that's it. You know when the level starts, and you want to know how long does the player plays this level for. So you would do a time span. You would take the current time minus the initial time. So when you do the subtraction here, you end up with the time span between the beginning of the level to the end of this level. And then you do the log timing. So Google Analytics dot log timing. And here we're logging the play time, and we put ts dot total seconds. Now, total seconds is an attribute of the time span. It comes with it, so you don't have to do any kind of magic here. You can do total seconds, total minutes, total hours. It's part of the Unity framework. Then we say it's the level 1, and the label is playtime level 1. So that's a quick and easy way to know how long a user is playing a level for. So you can tell if which level is more popular than other, and which one is too hard that doesn't play for long, right? Excellent. Moving on. Next is social media sharing. You can actually send data about what got shared on which network and for which URL. So here you use the log social. You say what type of social network, then the social action that got performed, and the social target, which is the URL usually. And here the example is Google Analytics dot log social, and here the social network is Twitter, and the action will be retweet or just a tweet, and the social target, the URL is twitter.com Google Analytics /status blah blah blah. So this is what's going to get sent to Twitter. All right, and you can do the same for Facebook and so on. Reason why you want to use log social is that all your social stuff is kept in the same spot in the reporting, and that's definitely a big plus. Next, in-app purchases. That's a big one too here. You have the log transaction, so you can actually log the transaction ID, if there's any affiliation, the revenue, any tax, or any shipping information. For example, here, the log transaction, the name of the transaction is transaction 1. I personally put the name of the in-app purchase. So let's say if somebody buys 10 coins, I would put 10 coins here. Then you put the affiliation, so that's the coin store. And then you put the amount that of coins that got bought here. The user bought 5,000 coins, and then if there's any tax, but usually when you buy in-app purchases, whether it's Google Play or the Android App Store or the iTunes App Store, there is no tax involved, and usually it's in US dollars, okay? So that's how you would know all this data here and send it to your analytics dashboard. But that's not all. There's another type of in-app purchases whenever you buy a product. So one that you just saw was the currency. Now you can also buy products such as a ball or a character or an item. And here it's called log item, and you put the transaction ID, just like the log transaction, the name, the SKU number, which is the identifier, or the bundle, not the bundle identifier, but the product identifier, the string category, the price, and the quantity. And here the example is Google Analytics dot log item transaction 8, that's the name of it, and the user bought the epic sword, that's the name of the item, and the actual category is sword 1337, hint hint, no puns intended, and it's you have the price here of 5,000 and the quantity of 1. So that's pretty much everything you need to know at this point when it comes to going the extra mile with analytics. And again, everything you can see after will be inside of the reporting section of your Google Analytics dashboard, your AdMob dashboard, or even Google AdWords dashboard.